What is more important than a budget? Hi, Michael. This is my letters to my kids, and I got something very important I want to talk to you about. And now, this relates to anybody who has to pay their expenses. So, if you have expenses you got to pay, listen up. This is good. Now, what is more important than a budget? Now, don't get me wrong. Budgets are very important. Just ask Dave Ramsey. He'll tell you. I agree with a lot of what Dave Ramsey says. So, pay attention to him as well after you finish watching this video. So, watch this, click like and subscribe, and then go listen to Dave Ramsey afterward. Now, we all know the principle. We don't plan to fail, we just fail to plan. And what's a budget? A budget is your frontline money planner. Very important. We don't want to fail at money, so yeah, we do need a budget. But what is more important than doing that? Well, let me tell you in my story. I remember years back, every January, I would enjoy doing this numbers puzzle game where I would think about all of our regular incomes and I'd write that down. Then I think about all of our regular expenses and I write that down, and then sort out what's left over. And then I would think of how we can use that extra money to save, plan for holidays, just buy extra things for fun. And I'd work out this money puzzle called a budget. And I would do it every year, and I had fun doing it. I enjoyed it because it made me happy to know we had a good plan. And made me more relaxed, thinking, hey, we have a good plan. We're okay. We're gonna be fine. We can live on this budget plan and have extra money end of the year. It was good. I had a good plan. Well, a plan was good, but it still failed. Why? Why did I fail? Well, one thing we need to know, a plan is only as good as much as we practice it. If the plan is not practiced, it will not produce the results you're thinking of. So yes, I had a good plan, didn't really follow through and practice it well, and we kind of failed in the end. Now, there's another side note to this, gotta make very clear. It's very easy for one person to do this numbers game and make a good plan. But if you have a partner, if there are two of you together, well, it's probably easier to make a plan with two incomes. But the big fail comes in if you do this plan by yourself and just tell your partner how good this plan is, it will fail. If you have a spouse, have a partner, you need to do the whole planning process together and then practice it together and then produce the results you want from it together. If you do not do it together from start to finish, you will fail. Well, and that kind of explains part of my life story. This will come out in many more stories I share and have already shared. The main success or failure of a marriage is based on communication. And if you do not communicate well in planning your budget and practicing the budget together, you will not succeed in your budget. So, it is true. I had a good plan, but years later, results were bankruptcy in our family. That is a major fail. And again, very simple. A good plan needs to be practiced to produce results. If you're in a partnership, both people need to plan together, work together to produce the success together. Now, that's a budget. But what is even more important than doing the budget? What's more important is the mindset. What are you thinking when you're doing this? If you're just thinking, I have to have these boundaries set on me, if I thinking I just have to set these rules for myself, well, it's good, but it's not great. What is better is ask yourself what makes you happy, what motivates you, what is going to cause you to take action and actually follow through with this plan that you're writing. Now, if we take this very simply and just spend money on what makes you happy, and you spend money on eating, drinking, and partying, well, we'll have to remind ourselves of the parable of the prodigal son. Very simply, he claimed his inheritance when he was young, went to a faraway town, partied, made more friends, his friends helped to party even more, and then when he was all broke, his friends left him, he returned home looking for mercy. Well, of course, there's other theological lessons to this parable. That's another story. But simply, if you just focus on what makes you happy, what motivates you in the short term, your money will not last long. So let's ask ourselves, what will give us a happy lifestyle now and in the future? What will keep us relaxed and safe now and many, many years from now when we need money more? So ask yourself, what do I do each month that will keep me comfortable, keep me safe, keep me happy, and I'm motivated to make sure it happens? So think of this. Do not think that you have to pay rent. Say to yourself, I enjoy where I live. I want to live here again next month, so I'm happy to pay my rent. Don't say to yourself, oh, it's such a pain to go pay for these grocery expenses. Say to yourself, I enjoy good food. I enjoy having choices of what I buy when I'm at the grocery store. I am happy to spend some money to get good food. Don't say to yourself, oh, this car I have is such a money pit. Say to yourself, I am happy with my car. I'm glad it runs well. I am happy to pay what is required to keep it running well in the future. Say to yourself, I am happy to set aside some money right now so that when holidays come up soon, I have money available to spend without causing any credit card debts. I don't want to pay credit card interest. I am happy to avoid extra wasted money on credit card interest. Say to yourself, I am happy to save up some money for the long-term savings so that one day when I do not need to work anymore, I can take care of myself, be secure and relaxed, and rest. Say to yourself, I am proud that I have a good credit rating because I do not incur any extra interest charges on my credit card. Say to yourself, I am proud that I beat the banks and I do not pay service fees on my accounts because I maintain a minimum balance in my account so that they do not charge me interest, which saves me hundreds of dollars per year. Say, I am happy that I can plan ahead, save up a bit of money in my account so that there's money there available to go have some fun, have dinner out, have a party with my friends, and I can enjoy it knowing there are no extra interest charges against me. There are so many things we can focus on that motivates us to take action and do a better practice of our budget. We have to know a budget is not just a boundary to hold us in and restrain us. A budget is the freedom to spend money on what makes us happy. So, very important. Do a budget so that you have a plan for your success, but make it a happy budget. Make it a happy budget that pays ahead for your future happiness without causing any stress of extra credit card interest or other charges.